Hello everyone, this is just a quick video for a shortcut or helpful way of doing the calculations with your calculator when we're doing the approximations for a derivative. So if you recall, we had our derivative equation where f prime of x is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h, minus f of x, all divided by h. And so we are going to be doing calculations between basically 2 points. So if we have some graph like this, our function, f of x, we're going to be finding this point here, x, and then another point just next to it where this is x plus h. So there's a little amount here, h, that we increase it by, and getting our f of x and f of x plus h values. And in the homeworks, they're going to be asking you for different values of h. We'll have, h is equal to 1, h is equal to 0.1, h is equal to 0.01, basically doing this thing where h approaches 0 and doing this calculation to try and get a better and better approximation of this derivative f prime of x. So you can all do that by hand, but it can be quite tedious to re-enter everything over and over again. So let's go and do a function like this and say negative x squared plus 3x. We want to find the slope at different points. So the first thing we do is we'll put this into our calculator. So negative x squared plus 3x. And then we're going to put in different values of h and then use this formula. So to start off with, let's use an h of 1. So we do 1 store alpha h. And let's evaluate f prime of 2. So that is an x equals 2. So we're going to do 2 store x. Now we've got our function here in y. So let's write this out this way. So I'm going to put an open parentheses, go variables, y variables, function, to get my y1. Then I'm going to do x, remember we stored 2 into x, plus alpha h, so that's this first part, f of x plus h, minus, get our y1 again, of x, close parentheses, so it's all this at the top, divided by h. If we hit enter, we get, when h is 1, we get our approximation of f prime of x is equal to negative 2. So let's do 0.1 for h. Do that, and we can, instead of retyping everything we did, we can do second entry down here. And we have to do it twice to get back to this one. But after we do, press enter and we get a new value, negative 1.1. Let's do 0.01 for h. So we do that. Second entry twice to get back to here. Now we get negative 1.01. And you can probably guess if we did 0.001, what we're going to get negative 1.001. So it looks like f prime of 2, as h gets smaller and smaller, it looks like it's probably going to be negative 1. What if we want to find f prime of 3? What do we do? Well, all we have to do is change our x. So we have 3 to x. And so let's make a new chart here where h equals 1, h equals 0.1, h equals 0.01, h equals 0.001. Again, this is our approximation. Do second entry to get this back. And remember, our h that we had before was our 0.001, so that's what we're going to get here. We're going to get negative 3.001. We do 0.01 for h. Second entry twice, bring that in. Get negative 3.01, 0.1 h, negative 3.1, and then 1 for h, negative 4. So it seems like as h gets smaller and smaller, closer and closer to 0, f prime of 3 is equal to negative 3. So when you're doing these calculations, this is a quick way to go and re-enter them and test lots of points really quickly and not have to re-enter a bunch of stuff over and over and over again. And then remember, you just have to go and change your y function whenever you have to do something else. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you have any problems with this or you have any other questions. Otherwise, I will see you guys in class.